This slide deals with the question of what are the real concerns behind a statement that really is a stall. So when we're looking at an idea or opportunity and somebody tries to nitpick it, thinking, well, if I can find one thing wrong with this, then let's throw it out, which of course means we'll just keep doing what we're doing. So all nitpicking without alternative ideas for solving the real gap that exists, the real problem, opportunity in front of us, is really just an effort to keep doing what we're doing. And so it's a stall. I don't want to change. And what's going on behind these, and then what's the antidote to the problem? I've the theme that I've talked about in other clips, including the one I just did, is the need to be, if I'm supposed to be the boss, then I'm supposed to know what's going on, and I'm supposed to be the all-knowing parent in a sense, versus somebody comes and says, well, boss, here's the gap, blah, 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 here's my idea, what do you think? And you're going, well, gosh, I don't know what to think. This is a good insight. That's a good question. You know, what do you think? Let me just, hop in here and kick it around with you and see where this goes, because it's going forward, it's visionary, it's new stuff we haven't done before. So there's no problem in being a co-learner, a collaborator, and basically encouraging bottom-up ideas and initiative. You don't want to say that's a stupid idea. Well, they're not going to get any more suggestions out of that person. A second point is to not again feel any rush. It's like, no, we don't need to shoot from the hip right away because that's what an instant answer expert does. It's like, well, I don't know. Let's think about it. Are we really asking the right question, or are we framing the problem the right way? Are we looking at a symptom? Let's spend some time noodling around and look into this a little bit deeper. And as we go and talk to other people, they're going to say, yeah, but did you consider A, B, C, D, and E? We're going, no, I just considered A and B. I didn't realize that there were even more variables out here. So we'll find out, we'll get a more robust view and realize that, there are a lot of variables that are all interdependent. And so it's not an A plus B equals C, simple, straightforward kind of thing. But we're not going to be afraid of this process, because this is just how we all learn how to ride a bike. We look at it and we sort of balance on it and have training wheels, and we don't just hop on it and ride it perfectly the first time. When we have a fear, it tends to be something that we very quickly see one data point and we generalize, say, oh my God, this is a general problem across everything. We sensationalize it, we awfulize it, as opposed to, well, the statement, oh, the sales force won't like this. Oh, the branch manager, some big category of, oh, our suppliers won't like this. Oh, our customers won't like this. I hear those kind of general awfulized statements all the time, as opposed to, well, wait a minute. Let's divide them in a lot of little individual pieces and look at each little piece and solve them one at a time. Divide and conquer, divide and solve, if you will, as opposed to just getting paralyzed with some, general gut feel. And because we can, once we get down to, just a few little test situations with one or two little customers or suppliers or whatever, we can design very low risk, very high learn experiments in the target areas that really matter. And we won't do it right, but we'll have confidence that, we're not stupid. We'll listen and we'll learn and we'll try again. We'll figure it out and eventually get it right. A second major category of why people stall is they can't see the dynamic upside. When right now we have an election going on, everybody's talking about, my share of the pie and what's the government doing for me, and President Obama, go to the YouTube video clip where he said, you didn't build that, and you listen to that. I mean, he is scolding small business America about, how dare you think that you worked hard and worked smart and took risks and so forth. You're just lucky like any, you're a lottery winner or something. And really, the government made that happen substantially more. So it's a percent thing. Do we succeed in the American economy because 100% us? No. Do we succeed because it's 50%, 60? I mean, let's talk about percentages here. But he kind of was putting in a black and white kind of thing. And I think that people who have never had a job, in the real world, the private sector, uh, and don't understand the idea of going out and finding ways to synergize where 1 + 1 = 3, 4, 5, and we share that. They don't know where the economic pie came from to begin with, and they don't know how to grow the pie. They don't have any faith in that. All they know is, here's what I know, and I think that people who have money should send more into the government. It's a matter of portioning the pie as opposed to how do we grow the pie and let everybody succeed. So this is a very common thing. If we can't touch it, smell it, feel it, lick it, sense it, in a sense, for our five senses, we don't get it. It's hard to see. So not everybody has the same confidence in what the dynamic upside is, or even thinks about that. So we have to sort of keep saying, well, okay, let's not just look at the past, let's look about the future and talk about what the upside could be, type of thing. And then another way of looking at the objections, the pushback we get at any level, whether it's the CEO, a bureaucrat, or somebody in the warehouse, or a customer, is are they having a problem with just getting their head around the idea, because it is abstract, we've never done it before, there is dynamic upside, or they get that, but they just say, I don't think that's possible. I don't think our people are capable of doing that. So that I don't believe it because I don't think we can achieve it. Or I believe it, but I think that it's an execution thing, certainly for this individual, this branch manager, this sales rep. I don't think that they have the aptitude and the attitude to be able to achieve it. So, make sure that you figure out the areas where there is concern, and figure out how to solve those concerns. A lot of times it's just a matter of repetition, going through it so people really start to understand it and get it and say, well, wait a minute. Yeah, in a small bite-sized step at a time, we could do that. So when you're doing change, you can never do enough educational repetition, stories, case studies, over and over and over again. Belong to a community of practice like you'd find at APIC, the Advanced Profit Improvement Conference. You can get real case studies of people who have done these things. Even published praising statements, or people in our company are doing these things where you could be doing the same thing. That's sort of one of the things we're trying to get across. So these are some of the psychological concerns, kind of the part of the elephant that we have to deal with to sort of get the herd moving down a new bent pathway, if you will. Thank you.